Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be telling you all about the process I went through right from when I decided to study abroad until I finally arrived in the United States a few years ago. So I want to make sure that after you watch this video, you're clear on everything you're going to do. If you have interest to study abroad, you're clear on exactly what you're going to do after watching this video. So first things first, you've decided to study abroad. What happens next? Where do you start? Number one is research. So you start with research and you need to know exactly what your options are and whether you employ the services of an agent or you do this research yourself. And then you need to decide which state you want to study in and the course options you're looking at. You need to research on the funding and scholarship options that are available. I'll say getting a good head start is the most important step in this process. And I will share more about this in detail in another video, but for now, I just wanted to give you the highlights. For timelines, I'll say the research could take anywhere between 3 to 6 months, but if you commit more time to it, you should be able to do so in less time. It all really depends on how much time you're willing to commit to it. And I would say that as part of the process, you should also be talking to the people that you know. For number two, you have to choose a country of study. So I say this because of the experiences I've seen others have. Opportunities that you were likely to get after school will differ with every country. So for instance, opportunities in the United States where I'm at clearly will be different from the opportunities you could get in Europe after school. So you need to know for yourself what you're after and being certain that if you're looking for opportunities to work after school, these are your options. And if you're hoping to return back to your home country, then you know about your options with your country of study right from the beginning. So I knew right off the bat that I wanted to study in the United States. It was the United States or nothing else for me. And it was for the reasons I outlined in my previous video. And so for me, I was sure I wanted to be in the United States. It might be different for you. Some people decide based on where their relatives are. Others just prefer a whole new environment. So it's all really up to you. But somehow it comes back to point number one about doing your research and determining that is the best option for you. So in terms of timelines, this should be done around the same time as you're doing your research. Number three, you have to apply for the program. So this depends on whether you're using an agent or doing it yourself. But I guess the most important thing is being sure what you want for yourself. You need to be convinced about the school you're choosing, the state it's located in, the course you'll be studying, and how you're going to finance your program. It's so important. For me, I was certain what program I wanted to study because I had work experience from Ghana. So I had some clarity about what course I wanted to study. And applying for a program doesn't take that long in terms of timelines. You could do it in a day, but sometimes that could drag if you're asked to provide a recommendation from a school or any other documents that the school might require. So you could estimate about some 2 to 3 extra weeks for the application process to be complete. Number four, you have to prepare your documents. So once you apply for the program and you're accepted into the program, the school will let you know. And then you can begin the process of preparing for your immigration. And in order to be able to book a visa interview at the embassy, the school will have to grant you a document we call an I-20. And I can share more about that in another video, but basically you'll be able to proceed to the next stage of your process only after you've received your I-20 document from your school. But again, all this really depends on whether you're using an agent or doing it yourself. So whatever the case, it helps to know what's entailed in the process every step of the way. So the last process I would say is preparing for your visa interview. So let's assume that you've reached back out to the school with the documents that they need and they have given you your I-20. You will need to prepare for your visa interview. So preparing for your visa interview is an intentional process because If you don't prepare adequately for it, you could be easily denied a visa. For me, I researched some questions and consulted a few others and rehearsed a lot of times with my answers. I'll be posting another video about some of the interview questions you're likely to be asked, so stay tuned for that as well. Based on my experience, I would say the process takes about 8 months to a year to complete, from when you decide to apply for the program up until when you arrive. So that's something to note. The earlier you start the process, the better and quicker it can go. So these are the highlights of the process I went through. I'll be providing more information about most of these steps in subsequent videos. But for now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment so I can hear from you, and subscribe to my channel for more information about my journey so far. This is Obi. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep staying positive and out of trouble. Bye.